今年年初，我和火锅皇后辣酱的创始人基亚聊了一次天。他说想把纯正的重庆味道带到美国市场，那时他的辣酱还漂在海上。就在上个月，基亚带着他的品牌在全球最大的有机产品展美国西部天然产品博览会上亮相。该展会每年都会吸引无数食品饮料新品牌，今年就有超过3000名的展商。在众多以绿色养生为卖点的摊位中，略显重口的中式辣酱如何吸引业内买家的目光。上次聊天时，我和基亚说的是中文，他谈到了他那被奉为火锅界传奇的妈妈，重庆小天鹅火锅的创始人和鸳鸯火锅的发明者何永智女士对他的影响。而在这次的续集里，基亚切换到了英文语境，聊的也更多是他自己打造品牌时的思路与考量。有人说，当你讲不同的语言时，你所展现的性格也会不一样。相信你能从这期节目中更直接地感受到这个重庆妹子的热情、果敢与直爽，便会发现原来辣椒还能加在这些让人意想不到的食物上。This is Dedicated, a show where people share about what they are dedicated to. It could be a career or a hobby. They will tell you why they are so into it, or how they become so good at it. I'm your host, Lulu, and making these conversations happen is what I am dedicated to. You can also tell me what you are dedicated to. When it comes to ethnic foods, it can be tricky to navigate the balance between being authentic and adaptive. While there's an urge to stay true to the original recipe, compromises have to be made to appeal to the local market. Jia is a founder of a Chinese hot sauce brand called Hotpot Queen. She doesn't like to play it safe and wants to bring the boldest Chongqing flavor to Americans' place, from sandwich to ice cream. Besides the unadulterated spiciness and numbness, there's a secret element that adds a kick. It's the love and passion passed on through her mom and generations of Chongqing women. Hey everyone, I'm here with Jia, the founder of Hotpot Queen. And I know Hotpot Queen just had a big day at Natural Product Expo West, right? So, Gia, tell us more about your experience there.
Hi, Lulu. I'm very happy to be here on your podcast. Yes, we just came back. It was actually 3 days, March 8th to 11th, and it was incredible. So our company literally launched on March 8th, the day of the expo. We were actually planning to launch on 15th, but because I didn't want people to come to our booth and be like, oh, you guys are not even launched yet. So I made sure our team worked day and night to make that happen. So when people came by our booths, they were like, so how long have you been in business? We're like, we're literally 1 day old. They're like, what? Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yes, so Natural Product Expo West is one of the biggest CPG brand, like CPG expos in the States. And we're so happy to be there. It was a big decision for me because we are a company, we sell premium Sichuan spicy condiments. And since, like I told you, we haven't really launched until the expo. So for a miniature company or really startup company to invest lots of money to go to a big trade show, and it's a big decision. But I'm so glad that we made that decision because, in my opinion, when you start a business, you either go big or go home, right? We put our heart and soul into it. Actually, I had a design company to help me design the booths, so it looked great. It's really on brand, and we have served about 1,500 people at the expo for 3 days. Wow. And the review of our products was just beyond my imagination. I wasn't sure if our product, because we do very authentic Sichuan spicy condiments. They're like quite spicy. It's like people say it tastes like what I would taste in Asia. It's like straight from Chongqing. I thought maybe people here might find it like too flavorful or too spicy, but no, actually, the review, it was so positive. Everyone had it, not just they liked it, they're like, wow, this is so good, like where can I find it? And this is like the best Sichuan spicy sauce I've had. So it was great. It was so much fun. We met so many people. It's just a great show. I'm so happy that I made that decision.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah, so is this expo event for everybody or mainly for industry buyers?
Oh, it's only for industry people, not necessarily buyers. So this is a trade show to bring brands with buyers. Buyers are like retail buyers or distributors or brokers or service providers or manufacturers. So there were, I believe, 2,700 brands that exhibit at the show. And 50,000 people registered. I mean, yeah, you could go there as a guest, but you have to pay like $2,000 for tickets. So it's ridiculous. So mostly it's people already in the industry. And this is like one of the most important events for people in the consumer packaging industry, like CPG. Brands to come together. It's like a place where people to communicate, to connect, to make deals, get introduction, and discover new trends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed a lot of brands that made their debut in previous year. They're already making their way into the mainstream market. I mean, I've seen them at Whole Foods, my company's macro kitchens, and also people's Instagram posts. So yeah, I feel Expo is definitely a great place to introduce your brand, especially when you're just 1 day old. Yeah, so were you able to land any deals there?
So in the US, it's like things don't work like that. You don't just go to the expo and expect to get like orders right away. The way it does is but that's a place where you build connections. All those brokers and distributors and the people we wanted to connect with, they came to our booths. They tried our products and they really loved it. And they hear our story and they're even more impressed, with this brand. And that's how we're able to follow up after the expo. So I think the momentum was there after the expo. We're in talks with a regional chain that has 15 stores. So most likely, I'm having a meeting with them this afternoon. They already kind of confirmed that they would love to carry all 4 of our products. We already signed a regional distributor, that's stationed in Northwest. So they've been around for like 42 years as well, just as long as our company has been, our parent company has been. And we're in talks with one of the national distributors. So there's like 3 top national distributor, and this company is one of them. So we are kind of in process of onboarding with them, and we're also in talks with a retail chain that has 250 stores. So hopefully we can get into one of those. So and there's more and more. There's more resources for broker, for like packaging company, for marketing company. So I think it's a really good way to get exposure and in a concentrated time frame and space. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's all good. I mean, I wouldn't really know the effect of the expo until maybe a couple months later, just to see if any of those interests will turn into actual business. So we'll see about that. But I feel pretty confident and pretty positive about that.
I see. Yeah, and speaking of your booth,
I was really impressed by its design because I saw the photos you share on your social media. I noticed you use very bright colors like red, pink, yellow, green, which are really, really catchy. And then what also stood out for me was this huge exclamation mark. I know it's the logo of Hotpot Queen, and you also have it on top of every single jar of your products. I think that's really cool branding.
But do you know it's not an explanation mark? It is actually a drop of oil like dripping down.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean it is an exclamation mark, so it has two meaning, right? It looks like exclamation mark, but it's also when you have an oil dripping, it's like a drop of oil, right? From the side of the jar. So it has a two meaning. One is a drop of oil, but another one is like the flavor is so bold, it's so flavorful. It's like it makes you go wow. And I mean when you do wow, that's like exclamation mark, right? So it's that kind of excitement. It's like built around our products. So that's what it means. And then you know like the reason why our packaging branding is so colorful. I think I wanted this brand Hotpot Queen to represent the woman in my city, you know, because you know you're Chinese, you know, like Chongqing woman is quite famous in China. They're famous because they are sassy, they're bossy, they're boisterous, they have loud personality, and they are confident. I would say that if you were saying, oh, where would China find like a female dominated society? I would say Chongqing is similar to that because a man has no position in the household. Woman runs the business. Woman runs the household. So I wanted to capture that essence of the woman in Chongqing into Hotpot Queen. And then we wanted to kind of using this brand to empower women. And that's who we are, right? Like we wanted to be ourselves. We wanted to be powerful. We wanted to be bold. We wanted to be loud, and we wanted to be proud. So that's kind of the idea I'm trying to convey. So the package, that's why, yeah, there's nothing settled about Hotpot Queen. So at the booth, right, me and my staff, right? So we're like, how do we stand out? So I got those funky glasses. From online. Yeah, like so every person is wearing different kind of funky glasses, like from yellow to pink, you know, like quite extravagant. And I actually got extra at the booth. So when the people like love a product, you know, we looks like we're making a good connection, I will ask them to like take a photo with us, and they can pick one of the sunglasses to wear it. I will post it on social media. So, you know, it's like Hotpot Queen is about fun, you know. We wanted to be this brand. We don't want to be boring. You know, I actually see booths that they'll pay like $9,000 to go to this expo, right? Buy a boots. But then they'll just have like a, you know, like some sort of printout on the back, and then just a table with white cloth and some fruits they cut out with like toothpick. And then people just sit there. And I'm like, why do you go to an expo and to be unimpressed? You know what I mean? If you wanted to go to expo and really use this opportunity to like build connections and to get people to notice you, you just gotta go all out. And you don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to be eye-catching. That's what we're thinking. That's why we just like, you know, yes, we're one day, oh, so what? We're gonna make a big splash, and we're gonna let everyone know, and we want everyone to leave impressed. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe everyone there got your message. Yeah, so your brand is named Hotpot Queen, and are you the Hotpot Queen yourself, or is that someone else?
Actually, I'm the Mala Madam. I don't want to be called Hotpot Queen's my mom. It's so funny when people will come to our booths, right? And they'll try to, they will love first of all, they love our branding. So they'll take pictures, be like, oh my God, you guys, I love this booth. It's so cute. You know, it's so colorful. It's so fun. And then they try a product, like, oh my God, the product is so great. And then they're like, why do you guys call Hotpot Queen, right? And I'm like, are you the Hotpot Queen? I'm like, no, my mom. And the people are like, you know, it's always about the mom. And they're like, are you the Hotpot Princess? I'm like, oh no, that sounds so cheesy. No, I'm the mala madam. Okay, sounds much better, right? The why we call Hotpot Queen. So you're Chinese and you know that in every Chinese hotpot restaurant, people use this pot. That's like dividing like spicy broth and non-spicy broth into two, right? Like that like shape. So that pot is called the Yuanyang hotpot. And my mother actually invented that pot like 40 years ago. Yes. Wow. It was a long story. I mean, it was like, she was trying to solve a problem for the people that's not from Chongqing to eat the hot pot, enjoy the hot pot, but without, have a stomachache because they couldn't handle the heat. Anyway, she invented this hot pot, and I believe, I think the early 90s, CCTV had a 1 hour show about my mom, and then they call her, either an interview with the Queen of Hot Pot. So that's where the title started, to emerge. And I think in 2017, Vice, the US press Vice, wrote an article about my mom called An Audience with the Queen of Hot Pot in China. So she is named the Hotpot Queen by domestic and international media. So I didn't just came up with the story, and this is her legacy. And it's for me as the only child, I am carrying on that legacy, and I'm bringing that brand overseas. So that's what we call Hotpot Queen. So not just because I wanted to be called, or legit, she is titled the Hotpot Queen in China.
I see. Yeah. First, I will say that's definitely a great invention because that saved my life. Because I'm those who need the non-spicy soup. Yeah, so I think hot pot is already a very inclusive dish, and your mom made it even more inclusive because people now, even though they might prefer different heat levels, but they could still eat together. And I think that social part is a big thing for this dish.
Absolutely. I mean, hot pot is communal eating. And the food is such like a important part of Asian culture. It's a way we show hospitality. It's a way we bring like this togetherness, right? It's to show that I care and love. Like just think about like when you have friends or family over to your house, right? What do your parents do? They will spend days thinking what they're gonna make for dinner, right? You will never go to someone's house and where you come in the afternoon and you leave like before dinner. That's just rude. You will always invite them over for lunch or dinner. I mean, usually dinner, because dinner is a big thing. And then they will go all out and thinking about what's going to be on the menu, and it's going to be this big thing, right? And then we love hot pot because hot pot is like everyone sharing a pot, but because it's boiling, the spicy broth, so it's sanitized. I mean, it's not dirty. And everyone had to gather together to eat at the same time. And with like the warmth, right? The warmth that's coming from the pot is spicy, and usually people just eat for a long time, and they chat, they drink, they have really good time. And I mean, I can just think about so many good memories of me, just having this family hot pot dinners with family and friends. It just brings back all those good memories. So I wanted to capture that essence, right? It's like, what is hot pot? Hot pot, well, there's two things I wanted to kind of capture from hot pot. One is that flavor profile. Hot pot is all about mala. So mala literally means like numbing and spicy, right? It is from a combination of Sichuan peppercorn and Sichuan chilies to give that spicy but yet numbing sensation. And that is very unique of Sichuan cuisine. So I wanted to bring that flavor profile and put into our product and to introduce it to the American consumer. Because that is something that I don't think they've ever experienced. I mean, people eat spicy food here, like in the States, but they because there's like a Mexican food, Thai food, Indian food, but it's just all level so spicy and different kind of chili, but they've never had numbing, right? If you think about it. And the numbing is like, I think the sensation I will describe is that you feel those micro current like going through your tongue. And also when you have a Sichuan peppercorn, you make your mouth salivate. So you want to eat more. you just crave for more. Yeah, I know. It's like a perfect combination. Nummy and spicy. So that's the essence I wanted to capture. The second essence is like all about this culture. It's about together. It's about like communal. It's about preparing something for people you love. So that's the essence of Hotpot Queen, and that is what I wanted to bring to our product. It's a product for people to introduce this mala sensation, but at the same time, it's about sharing. It's about, eating something unique. It's about having this good memory of culinary experience together.
I see. Yeah, so inspired by your mom, you started your own line of this spicy condiments, not only to like pay tribute to her, but also share the culture you're proud of and also carry on her legacy. So what kind of sauces did you end up with? Does it taste just like your mom's hot pot, or did you do something different?
Actually, I did something different for the first line of products. Like, I wanted to do hot pot, to be honest, but I just kind of feel that the market's not there yet. There's growing number of hot pot restaurants in North America, but for majority of people, they don't know what hot pot is. Or maybe they do, but then it's not something they will make at home, It's just like an Indian curry. Like, yes, I like Indian curry, but would I make at home? No, I'll just go to a restaurant, right? So I think it needs some time to educate the market, but I'm definitely rolling out hot pot products. Probably end of the year, just stay tuned. But I think it's easy way is how do I introduce products that take that flavor profile of mala, but making it something that's just easy to use, right? Like nowadays people are just so busy. Like they don't have any time to like cook and do all those kind of preparations. And also during COVID, like this is also my personal experience. During COVID, I start cooking a lot and then start having cooking fatigue. Like I miss the flavor of home, but I don't really want to spend the time to like, make like a mapo tofu from scratch and do all that kind of stuff, right? But I wanted to have something simple. I can just put on my rice, my noodle, my pizza, like something easy. So for the first line of product, we created 4 products. We had our wild mushroom chili sauce. So it's like full of shiitake mushroom and porcini mushroom, and with like Sichuan peppercorn, chilies, and garlic, and fermented black beans. So it's deeply umami. The flavor is really complex, and it's medium spicy, but like you can taste the chunks of mushroom in every bite. That is like something, I would say it's like a good topping. So it's good to top up on your rice or noodles. And you don't even need any other seasoning. Just literally put on your noodle or put on your rice and crack, fry an egg or put a poached egg, and you're good for a simple meal. The second one we did is we call Chongqing chili crisp. It's like the last step on your dish. So let's say you're making stir fry or fried rice, and you just need 1 teaspoon of our chili crisp, and you will elevate the whole dish from like bland to like wow, flavorful. So that's our spiciest product. So it's like quite spicy. A little goes a long way. So the second product is like, I guess it's like a cooking enhancer add-on. Our third product is a barbecue powder. So it's good on like any steak, barbecue chicken, like popcorn, French fries. So anything I'll see as a seasoning rub, but with like Sichuan flavor. So you got that mala and tingling. The last one is spicy hot pot noodle. So I don't want to do hot pot base yet, because I think it just takes a lot of time for people to like prepare. But what if I put the hot pot flavor into an instant noodle? So we create this hot pot noodle. You can literally prepare in under 5 minutes, and it's got that essence of a hot pot flavor in a thick cut noodle. So it's really good. And it's like it tastes straight from where you get from Chongqing. It's very unique. It's quite different than what you will get in a supermarket from instant noodle right now.
Yeah, I feel that's pretty smart because you basically cover all possible use cases of chili.
But we have more, not all, but I have more rolling out. Actually, I won't yet, but anyway, that's a keep secret.
Yeah, we will stay tuned. Yeah, so has your mom tasted your products yet?
Oh, yes, of course. So she's our taste tester. My mom doesn't actually do any of the formulation anymore, because she's like retired. She doesn't need to do any of that. But she has such a great flavor palette, She knows what's good, what's not. So when I partnership with a chef, she's really, really good. So she came up with this recipe, and then we gave it to my mom, and then she tried it, and she gave us really good feedback. Does it taste good? Should we add a little bit more numbing, like shrimp peppercorn? Do it make too spicy and not? So she was like great during the R&D stage, and she really showed a lot of support. And she's really proud, because it is her story. It is her legacy that we're bringing. So she's really interested in this project. And basically, like supporting us along the way, like every step.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And which one of these 4 products is a bestseller so far?
Okay, so far, the wild mushroom chili sauce. That one is our bestseller. Actually, and also the noodle. But more like I would say that almost like 99% people I sent to. So we're collaborating with 68 nano influencers on Instagram. So it's kind of like our marketing lunch program. And I would say all of them is like loved our mushroom sauce. And then they will organically post our product and just saying that this is the best chili sauce they had, and they will put on everything. The what sets us apart is like this chunky texture. So you know how like the chili crisp is usually almost like half oil and half like garlic and chili and pepper, right? But ours is like almost no oil on top, just very little. And the whole jar, I mean, our jar is really big. Normally, in the market, like the chili crisp, different brands selling from 6 ounce to maybe 8 ounce. The largest size I see is 8 ounce. Ours is 10.5 ounce. So it's really big in a jar. And it's full of chunks of mushrooms. Like you can literally, you can eat, but mushroom every single bite, like chunks of mushroom, not like mushroom powder, not mush mushrooms, it's chunks. So they say that texture is like very different than what you will get. It's almost like a meal, like usually you chili crisp, you just add it on, but ours, you just do 2 big scoop, mix with rice, and then that's your meal. You don't need anything else. So that's a really bestseller. And also, I didn't really think about this before, but then I just realized like there is no spicy mushroom sauce in the market. There is none. Can you think of any? There's a mushroom sauce for like pastas, right? There's a spicy sauce, different kinds of spicy sauce, but there's no spicy mushroom sauce. Yeah, so I guess we will be the first spicy mushroom chili in the market.
Yeah, so there are a lot of spice condiments on the market right now, and I also see some brands funded by Asian Americans. Yeah, I'm just curious, how are you gonna differentiate your brand among all the others?
I think that's a great question. I do believe every brand, like the brand is basically the representation of the founders, their background, their identity, right? So for me, I'm not an Asian American. I live here, I have my status, permanent residency, but I don't identify myself as an Asian American because I was born in China. I grew up in China until I was 15 or 16, and then came here, and I went back to China again for 13 years. So I'm like half here, half there. But I would still say I'm more Chinese than American. I understand the American market because I live here long enough. But I still very much, like traditional and true to my heritage. So, and I think that's what Hotpot Queen is. It's like, our product is not Americanized. So it's not like sweet or not spicy. It is quite straight, like the flavor is straight from my hometown. And I think, a lot of times people are afraid to bring the authentic food, from their region to the US market, thinking, people can handle the heat, or it's too authentic. People don't get, they don't like the flavor or whatever. But I don't think that. I think that, the market, I definitely see the market is there, and the people, you need to guide them, right? It's not like they don't like it. It's just they don't know. If you always give them, the American sweet and sour sauce, they never know that in China, we don't eat those. And we eat totally different kind of sauce, right? So you have to kind of slowly educate the audience, educate the market. And there is going to be like small group of people, like your maven, they're going to love it. And they're going to be your core customer to spread, the joy of your product to the rest of the group, the community. So, so to me, it's like, I don't want it to be a fusion product. I want it to be authentic product. And I think there's so many product from Chongqing, from Sichuan, that's so good. And it's perfect for this market. It just hasn't been discovered yet. So what I'm doing is like, I'm not reformulating. I'm not like doing, like Americanized version or fusion version. I'm just straight, I'm just like a mover. I'm just like bringing, my thing is sharing. I'm just sharing whatever I had at home that I think is good and is suitable for this market to here. That's it. So in a way, there's going to be people who are going to love our product because it's unique. It's so authentic. You're going to remind them of the flavors they have when they travel to Asia, to China. Mm-hmm. But there's going to be people who be like, oh my God, it's so spicy, or this is so numbing, I can't stand it. That's fine. It takes some time for people to, adapt the flavor, but I don't want it to be a small fish in a big pond. I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond. And I can capture that very, very niche market. I have a strong following and I'm good. So that's what I think is distinguishes us from, the chili crisp out there, is because ours, the flavor profile is very different. So we actually, shamelessly, called ourselves the biggest, boldest Sichuan flavor in the world. On our new website, not yet, we haven't launched yet, but our current website doesn't say that, but our new website is going to say that. I believe it's true. And if you try our product, then you will know the difference. It's like, its flavor is right there. It's like when you take a first bite and then okay, this is different.
I see. So no compromises, and you're just being bold, just as all the other Sichuan women.
Exactly. We're just bringing the flavor, the bold flavor, straight from Chongqing as it is.
Yeah, and also for those non-Chinese customers, like most of the people in US, do you find it easy for them to relate to the culture or the legacy you want to share? Because they might never had hot pot or mala flavor before, and they might not know your mom's brand or any story behind that.
The thing is that's what I thought before. So I definitely took a risk when I started Hotpot Queen, and I formulated, like we kind of came out with our first line product. But I was so surprised at this expo that I would say out of the 1,500 people who sampled our product, 80% people knew what Hotpot is. I mean, we're talking about we're not talking the people are like Asians, Asian Americans. They're all people from all walks of life, like all different race, right? Different background that came to try our product. And I asked them, because they all asked me, what is Hotpot Queen, right? What does that mean? I asked them, do you know what Hotpot is? I would say 80% answer is yes. So I'm quite surprised, like how much people know about. They heard about Hotpot, or they try Hotpot, or they cook Hotpot at home. So I'm quite surprised. That's number one. Number two is like, I feel in the recent few years, there is definitely there's a growing trend for Asian culture and Asian products, like particular Asian food. There is like a growing sector of premium Asian food in like Whole Foods, right? And in all those premium natural grocery stores. And I think more and more people start to like, get familiarized with the Sichuan culture. So during the expo, that's why more than 3 people told me, it's like, in this expo, we noticed a trend. There was like 3 big trends at the expo this year. One is like plant-based food. I mean, yeah, like everywhere. Number 2 is like a drink with benefit. So, probiotic drinks, sparkling water with like, this and that, or good energy drink. Third is Sichuan chili crisp. It was so funny. That's the third trend. Like, are you sure that, yeah, there's so many people are doing this. So I just feel the trend is definitely catching up. And the people love it. They know it more than we think. I think, and I thought this numbing sensation might be a little bit too difficult for a lot of people. So I didn't have much expectation on our noodle when I, made the product. It was just kind of like a last minute decision to include the noodle. And the noodle is like the second bestseller. And to be honest, the noodle is even spicy for me. and I've received like comments be like, this is so addicting. This is the best instant noodle I've ever had in my life. And that's what people say. So I just think that a lot of times like we like to make assumption and just thinking that, oh, maybe people are not ready. But I would say people are more ready than we think they are. And I just think that, this is a perfect storm, of this Asian food, Asian culture, spicy condiment, and we're right in the middle of it. So I just feel really fortunate and lucky that, I'm doing this now because, I would say that, I started a few business before. I've been doing entrepreneurship, doing startups in the last 13 years. And one of the biggest thing is like people ask, how do you become successful, right? I would say luck. Luck and trend, like beyond the trend is like the most important thing. Like you just like think about your swimming. If you're swimming against the current, no matter how hard you swim, you're gonna lose your stamina and you can't find nature, and you're gonna lose. But if you swim, along with the current, and then you're gonna swim much faster without doing too much work. That's just the way it is. So if I'm in the industry where the trend is going up, I can ride the wave, and it will be so much easier, because the demand is there, people want it, and it's not enough, products out there. So I just feel really fortunate and lucky to be in this position and to pick the right category, and also to have the legitimate story to back it up. So it's just like the perfect timing for this brand.
And also, I've seen a lot of recipes on the Hotpot website. I know, all these great sources, they go well with meat, seafood, rice, noodles, and you mentioned your customers also use it for eggs in the breakfast. Yeah, but I'm just curious, what is your favorite way to use it?
I mean, to be honest, right? There's many creative way doing it. Like, okay, so back at the expo, so right across from our booths, there was this really great brand called the Pizza Cupcake. So I met with the founder. We're gonna do a giveaway in May. But so they have a great concept. So they make a pizza into like a donut shape, like a cupcake shape, right? And in the middle there's a little dent, and it's filled with cheese. So the funny thing, right? So people would go to their booths to get the pizza cupcake. It's like fresh out of the oven, nice and hot. They'll come to our booths and say, "Could you give me a big scoop of your sauce and put it right in the middle, where the dent is, And it's like the perfect pairing for that carb and cheese. It's just great. So that's how people enjoy it, right? Fine. But for me, the reason why I even created the mushroom chili sauce is because, like I was telling you, I was having cooking fatigue. I'm so lazy sometimes. I don't want to cook, but I still want to have that flavorful meal, like my mouth is lonely. It needs to eat something flavorful, right? And I don't want to cook it. So then my favorite way is like, I just top my mushroom sauce on steamed rice, like white rice. And I will do like a fried egg, but with runny yolk inside. And I'll just put on top and mix it in. That is my favorite simple lunch. I love it. I eat at least once or twice a week. But our powder is actually quite good. The way I use it, I mean, yes, it's like a barbecue rub. You can do steak and chicken. But my favorite way, I put it on my vanilla ice cream. So it's so interesting. So the vanilla, I just like kind of mix it in, and it's like almost become like a savory dessert. Like the flavor is sweet, right? And then it gets a little bit like savory and salty. And then the nummy and spicy kicks in. So from just a sweet vanilla ice cream, you added like 3 layers. It becomes like 3-dimensional experience. So I like that a lot too. Also, the powder is really good on kettle corn, particularly like a sweet popcorn. I recently did a video. It's like, I love this popcorn brand called Old Pop Pop. They have this gourmet popcorn. They infuse the popcorn with different flavor. They have like Maui, umami popcorn. They have this one flavor called the vanilla cupcake. So it's like a sweet popcorn. So I will pop that in the microwave, have that little sweet vanilla flavor, and I will just like sprinkle our Sichuan triple chili powder in there, shake, and every like popcorn will coat it with like sweet vanilla flavor and the powder and the spicy and the numbing. Oh, it's great. I think it goes well with sweet. Actually, sweet and spicy numbing is really good combination. Interesting enough, yeah.
I see. I just got another crazy idea. So do you think it can go with wines? Because I know people usually have some salty stuff while they taste a wine.
You mean you put it inside a wine, or what do you mean?
Just use it as a snack, because people will have some snack between like different wines to help them cleanse their palate and maybe also enhance the flavor of the wine.
Well, I think this goes really great, just like any spicy product, with a chilled white wine or sparkling wine. I don't think it goes well with red though, because I mean, when you eat something spicy, you want something really refreshing in your tongue to like cool off the heat. Yeah, it does. And another good way I use it for the mushroom sauce is like, okay, in Costco they have those pita bread. Is it pita bread? Oh no, I'm sorry, naan bread, like an Indian naan bread. Yeah, like the tiny one, right? Like a small naan bread at Costco. So I'll buy those. I will like heat them up in the microwave. I will just put like mushroom sauce on top, and it's a great snack. And it goes well with wine. Actually, I do that sometimes at night when watching Netflix. I will have like chilled or sparkling wine, and I will have that like spicy little naan bread with the chili sauce. Yeah, you're right. It goes well. Actually, our sauce goes well with cheese too. So also you can do cheese with a sauce and with wine. That's another option. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a great combo. Yeah, and also, I know, Gia, you're based in Seattle, right? Where it rains a lot. So yeah, I feel having something spicy would be a perfect way to get warmth and comfort in a gloomy weather, right?
Yeah. Like for me, I have to eat at least spicy, at least 5 times a week. Something spicy. Like I just cannot stand. So I sometimes cook for myself and then cook for my kids because they don't really eat spicy. They're really young, right? They can't eat spicy food. So I will make the food, take out a portion that is not spicy for my kids, and then I will add the spice. Me and my husband, we eat spicy food, so.
Yeah. Do your daughters eat spicy thing? I know they're still very young.
Yeah, they're 3 and 5. So, actually, I'm starting to train them. I say, you know what? You guys are like the legit Hotpot, mini princess, They're like, oh, mommy, where are we the Hotpot princess? I'm like, yeah, you are. And they're like, oh, keep it spicy. Because that's kind of like our slogan, right? And then I will kind of introduce them with something a little bit spicy, and they will try it. Like, they sometimes can take it, sometimes cannot, right? But I'm like, your mom can eat Hotpot, like me, right? I say, your mom can eat Hotpot when she's 6 years old. You guys are almost there, right? I mean, Hotpot is way spicier than whatever I gave you, so you gotta, train yourself. So they start to have like a little bit kimchi, like we had those like Chinese, rice crisp. Mala guoba, rice crisp. So I'll buy those, and they love crunchy stuff. So then they will eat a little bit, and they will drink milk. They're like, "Mommy, this is so good. I'm gonna eat the mala rice crisp, but then I'm gonna go drink milk right away." I'm like, "Okay, you do that." Yeah. So it's quite funny. It's quite good. I mean, it's great. I'm in this business, so I get to like share the product with my friends. When people come over, I say, hey, I have, you can try our products. And usually they just love it, and then they help spread the words and the more customer come. I mean, it just like, we're just getting started, but that's how you start to build the momentum.
Yeah, I feel it's so great to see you follow your mom's footsteps, but I feel you have your own way of doing all of this, like preserving the culture and introducing it to more and more new audiences. Yeah, so if people want to find and try Hotpot Queen, where can they go?
Well, right now we are primarily selling online, so they can go to hotpotqueen.com and then they can order it through our e-commerce website. But also, we are start to get tractions in the offline retail shops. We're currently in 21 specialty retail shops across the country. Since we started in early March, but we should be able to in more and more. My goal is to get into 500 stores by end of the summer. So that's kind of my goal. Crossing fingers, I can reach it. But before that, yes. So, buy online. Hotpotqueen.com is probably the easiest way to try our products. Hopefully, the people can find it in more and more retail shops in the future. And for the people listening to this podcast that think that our product might be good fit to their store, if you're a wholesaler, distributor, also feel free to contact me. And I think Lulu, you can put my contact information into your caption. So people can reach me and then, we can talk. So we're just really excited. We're just getting started, but I think that we have amazing product and this is just the amazing opportunity. The market is right and I just have big hopes and I feel very, very positive and very, just look forward to what comes next.
Awesome. All right. So listeners, I know we mentioned a lot of.yummy, spicy, numb things today, and there's more on the Hotpot Queen website. You can also check out their Instagram.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, our Instagram is called Queen of Hotpot, a little bit reverse. So yeah, also check our Instagram, follow us. I need more followers, guys. We'll have yummy recipes, uploaded daily. So yeah, just stay tuned. More exciting things are coming for us.
Hey, thank you for listening. If you like our episodes, subscribe to Dedicated on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now. If you want to follow us on socials, you can find us at Dedicated FM on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to contact us, our email is dedicatedfm2022@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy.